Good afternoon. Today is the 4th of August, and as you can see we're looking at the engine of my 2003 Rover 45 2-litre V6 Connoisseur. At the moment it's all back together. The thing that failed, as you know, when we had the dramatic coolant leak, which was a couple of weeks ago now, was something you can't see with all these covers on. It's sort of down there somewhere in the V of the engine. It's the plastic thermostat housing. That has now been replaced, and I've been for a little drive today. You can see the coolant level is a little bit on the low side, but if I just open that cap up, we'll raise a little bit to the top bed up slightly. Haven't got catastrophic coolant loss anymore, which is very good. We think there might be a leak in one of the head gaskets of this engine, which is why it seems to be losing a little bit of coolant when going for a drive, but it's nothing like, you know, losing the whole thing and coming out on the ground. There's no wet patches or anything on the drive here. But the subject of today's video more is actually this thing on here. This is actually the inlet manifold. It's a plastic inlet manifold. There's two real components to this system. One is the butterfly valves, which are sort of this bit here, and the V6 system is on the back there. A very common problem with a KV6 engine, this is a KV6 engine, Rover's own design, it's not a Honda engine or anything like that, is the V6 systems do have issues, and eventually they start developing a horrid noise that I might be able to demonstrate on camera. The engine's still a little bit warm, but if I go and just turn her on for you, we'll see what we mean by this noise. As you can hear, there's a plastic kind of clacking noise coming from this bit of the engine. That's the butterfly valves actually misbehaving and sound like a pair of clackers. It's a very common problem on these, and it means the inlet manifold's not working properly. It's not usually too much of a problem, but it's just very annoying when the engine's cold. And so what I'm going to do now is switch the engine off and show you my replacement inlet manifold. So I got this replacement inlet manifold at the weekend. This is the underside of the system, as opposed to the sort of front side of it. This was from a fellow Rover enthusiast who lives in the Luton area, and he has had a lot of these cars. He's actually got a 45 V6 that he's doing for parts at the moment to you know, put onto another 45 V6 that he has. So with only 700 of these cars made, trying to find exact parts for them can be a bit tricky, but this is off a 2-litre V6 like mine. It's actually a 2003 model, although I think this particular inlet manifold was made in the year 2000. So here you are, 22nd of December, sorry, 22nd of February 2000, and there's the initials of the previous chap who used to own the car. I put this very carefully onto the bonnet of the Sanyong here. We haven't got any metal touching there. I will flip it over and just show the other side as well. As you can see, it's in used condition. There should be many other ancillary bits on this, just like something here, cruise control diaphragm about there, and other bits and pieces, but I don't really actually need most of this. The main thing that I need, and because there's probably an oil leak of something in this one, it's the thing on the back. I'll just turn this over. It's this bit here, but actually the butterfly valves here and here, which are made of plastic. And as we know, plastic parts on old Rovers, like the plastic thermostat housing, they don't get on very well, and eventually they can fail. Not a problem confined to just Rovers, it can be a whole load of other cars, but of course this is the one that I have the issue on. So I will just go and get a little top up of that coolant, and we'll go and put this away somewhere safe for when my friend Jordan, who owns a 2004 MG ZTT with a K V6 engine with 2.5 litre 190 horsepower variant, until he's ready to put that on, which maybe next week or something he'll be able to do that for me. So there we go, we're all topped up again now. Journey I did today was about 35 minutes or so total, and it's used a little bit of the coolant. Mr. Coleman is coming to see me, the rubbish mechanic, over the next couple of days, and he'll do a couple more tests on the system to make sure there's no airlocks or anything still in there. And for the moment we're just doing short journeys on this car, just until we're absolutely sure that it's okay to do on longer ones, because I don't really want to have to keep topping up this coolant system all the time. It's not really what you're supposed to do, although it does produce good power. It is nice on the motorway as well. Another thing that's an issue at the moment is something again you can't really see. There is a cruise control diaphragm just about here, and the sort of plastic spoon bit on the back, which is a sort of bolt looking thing that is used to kind of, I think, bolt onto the back of the system. That's made of plastic and it's actually snapped in half and it'll be glued back together. I will have to again get that done. Jordan's very kindly agreed to get that part remade for me in metal, so we can fit that at the same time as fitting the new inlet manifold. Obviously plastic parts in old cars, they're not good. Mind you, these things have lasted on this car for 17 years and 67,000 miles. It's not too bad, I suppose. But there we are. The rest of the car is looking wonderful next to the rest of the fleet here. Sanyong is also looking good, although that does need a clean now. Apologies for the differences in light here, just the way that it goes outside in our driveway. Expect a full review on this car coming up later this week. Actually, we filmed that last week. But the Rover is looking very nice now. It was cleaned last week as well. It's looking lovely. Interior is lovely as well. Very much like it, and looking forward to using this car more, although probably we're going to be using this one more for just for longer journeys for the time being, until we know it's all safe. New stereo works wonderfully. One thing I have noticed, I left the sunroof open with the car locked, and it was very prone to the alarm going off, so I don't recommend parking this car up and locking it with the sunroof open, because it's very annoying. But thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more BRM style alloy wheels and protruding number plates that signify you've got one of the V6 Connoisseurs, and of course the chrome mirror caps. The wheels and the mirror caps were available on other models of the 45, but a little bulge at the front of the bumper tells you you've got a V6, which is wonderful. Anyway, don't forget to visit my Facebook page, facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting, and also instagram.com/Lloyd_Vehicle_Consulting. And thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching.